Hey guys, this is ASMR Kitten. Today I'm here because a fellow ASMR artist messaged me and requested if I could do a DVD kind of like collection review / show and tell. I think I'm going to stick to the show and tell aspect of it, only because I don't really want to review movies, to be blunt. I'd rather just discuss the movies, not necessarily review them. I got asked if I did this video by Christian Whisper. Now, I cannot find his URL to his channel on his Facebook account, so in advance I apologize because I cannot put it in the description box yet. It should be there eventually. I'll work on it. Anyways, we have a good stack of DVDs here. I really hope that everything's going well with you guys. I know it's been probably a week and a half or so since I've uploaded. As a lot of you who are friends with me on my ASMR Facebook page or account, whatever, you may have noticed I haven't really been super active on my channel versus my Facebook. My new position at my job has started up. It started up actually today. I worked this morning and it's great. It's going well. It's a little stressful, a little bit more stressful than I actually imagined. However, it's understandable with the managerial position that there will be great difficulties to overcome, but making the best of it. Positivity. Gotta think of everything as sort of through a positive aspect and not like negative, and not let that negativity in and yada yada. So let's get started. So I don't really own a lot of DVDs per se. I know a lot of people might think my collection is large, but I kind of have like a handful of DVDs that I would excuse me, that I would watch. I own Netflix. I mean, I have a Netflix account, so I'm not a frequent DVD watcher versus just being able to click a button and there's a movie. So I found this in my parents' room and it made me laugh because I haven't seen this movie in years, and it came out in 2002. I really hope some of you remember the movie Like Mike. I remember seeing this in the theaters. It's so weird. It's just a blank CD. That's a little sketchy for a DVD. But I still, however, remember seeing that movie in theaters, and I remember going with my mom, and I was one of the only females in the audience at the theater. I have 3 movies right here. I have episode 1, 2, and 3. As many of you probably assumed. It's 1's right here, 2, 3. I have The Phantom Menace, which is arguably my favorite Star Wars. If I had to choose, I would choose between The Phantom Menace and A New Hope. I do like the classics. However, this movie in particular reminds me of my father we used to play for the PlayStation Star Wars Phantom Menace game, and it just always reminds me of my dad, and we have a lot of inside jokes. So this is cool. There's 2 discs. The first one's creepy. It has Darth Maul's face. The next one is one of the last scenes in the movie when they are fighting Darth Maul, the one with the red lightsaber. I probably don't have to tell you guys this. A lot of you probably already know and think, silly girl trying to talk about Star Wars. So next we have is Attack of the Clones, which is not really one of my favorites. It's good, but don't love it. There's Yoda. So it shows, I think it's Boba Fett's father. I can't remember his name. I don't want to take a guess and have a nerd attack on my channel, so this is the first disc. And the second disc. And it has characters all around. I didn't like this movie, to be honest. I think it was too much of a love story for me to legitimately care about the series. I did like it, but I think it's too much of a love story. Not enough sci-fi. So Revenge of the Sith is the third movie. They do have, like I said, they have like the classics, if I may call them, and those 3 came out way before these 3. So the storylines are, a little different and whatnot. They all tie in together. But this is what's considered the 3rd movie. Some people may think it's like the 6th movie. I'm really bad at remembering movie titles. I know it's Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and see, I'm gonna make a fool of myself if I keep talking. And then there's A New Hope, and those 3. I think it's A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back. I really hope I'm right, otherwise I sound like an idiot. But those are the classic 3 that came out technically first, even though it's in a different order. It's a little effed up, but who cares? It's Star Wars and it's awesome. So this is one of the biggest battles right here. That's kind of when you meet Darth Vader for the first time. He comes to kind of character in the 3rd movie. If you've never seen it, you won't understand, but if you've seen it, you'll get it. So there is Darth Vader, and on the next disc there is Master Yoda, kind of showing the good and the evil. This is a lot more of a thrill seeker. I remember seeing this in theaters with my father. My mom and my dad and I went together, and I remember my dad was like, wow, I've officially seen all the Star Wars movies. It was pretty cool. Moving on. I'm going to show you guys some music DVDs I have, like live concert performances and whatnot. Hold on. Like I said, I don't own a ton of DVDs, so I kind of grabbed some music ones. And I mean, obviously, two of them are by Fall Out Boy, because you know how I am. Showed this off in the last video I did involving Fall Out Boy. Inside cover is the greatest hits record, and Meant to Turn. And right here is the DVD. The DVD features, oh, it doesn't tell me. Awesome. Well, from what I can remember, it is kind of like a gag reel displaying and discussing music videos previously and talking about them. So it's funny and entertaining, but it's not something I'm gonna go out of my way to recommend. The next DVD I have is Laughable, because I am actually missing the case. Oh, this is actually the CD. I don't know where the DVD is. Well, here is a missing DVD case. I thought this was the DVD, but it's actually the CD. It says compact disc right there. It's Fall Out Boy's blank live in Phoenix. They basically titled it Shit Live in Phoenix. However, the asterisks are blank. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. I totally thought that was the DVD. The next one I have came out in, I think, 2005. It's Green Day's Bullet and a Bible. This was their performance in London. It wasn't London. No, there was no way it was London. It was England. I know where it takes place too. I've seen this DVD so many times. It's gonna bother me if I don't know where it's from. It doesn't say anywhere, does it? I have no idea. Well, however, this DVD demonstrates one of their biggest concerts on the American Idiot tour, and it features 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tracks of live viewing. It shows the special thank yous who participated in the DVD making. The actual DVD itself with the bassist Mike Dirnt right there. And then the CD with the live tracks features the three men. I don't know where my brain is. Trey Cool, Billy Joe, and Mike Dirnt right there. It's a cool DVD. It's really cool to see a very humongous performance live. So next one is a favorite of mine. Some of these DVDs are dusty and they're getting in my nose. So I have Casino Royale. I love me some James Bond. Daniel Craig is such man candy too. I love Skyfall, which came out last November. However, I was not a fan of Quantum of Solace, which was the second James Bond movie with this actor, Daniel Craig. He's been in tons of films. I will be very surprised if some of you haven't seen him in, I know he was in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I've seen him. Oh, what else have I seen him? He's in literally so many movies. Regardless, he is an incredible Bond, and I know a lot of people, like cult followers, may disagree that he's too blonde or he doesn't fit the role or whatever you may say. I think he's arguably one of the best Bonds. I love Sean Connery also. It's a very, very close second between the two men. Casino Royale is probably my favorite Bond ever. I love the plot, and it's such a good film. The first time I saw it was in theaters with my mom, and I'm not going to give too much away, but towards the ending, there is a character who passes away, and when this character passes away, his or her death is so believable that my mom and I were freaked out for weeks because it was so believable. It didn't seem like acting. You legitimately felt like you were watching a person in real life pass away. So, Casino Royale, great film. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's organize here. Harry Potter. So, top one is the Sorcerer's Stone, which is the first one ever. I know in every other country aside from America, or United States, whatever, this is called the Philosopher's Stone. So, this is the first book, first movie. You can see the actors are so young. You just based upon the cover. They're babies. And then I have, it's upside down. I have year 2, which is the Chamber of Secrets, which is one of my personal favorites. I think it's just such a mind kind of boggler of a movie, this one particularly. The third one I have is The Prisoner of Azkaban, which is the third book, third movie, year 3. This one is one of the ones that really, this is when you start to see the development of the Potter franchise turn into sort of more dark. Character development is very, very clear, and it's a little more like of a anxiety jerker, which I like. And you can see they're much older in this movie compared to the last one. And finally, I don't have Goblet of Fire, which is my favorite. I think I do have it, but I think I lent it to a family member who never gave it back. And then I don't have the final 3, even though part 1 and part 2 are a whole movie put together. You know what I mean? It's 1 book, 2 movies. I hate how movies and television shows are doing that, like mid-season finales. It's bullshit. I love Breaking Bad, and Breaking Bad had a mid-series finale of like almost a year. That's not a mid-season finale. That's what we're taking time off so we can sucker you guys in for more time. Same thing with Twilight and Harry Potter. I mean, I was a Twilight fan when I was like 13, but then I stopped watching the movies after the first one sucked, and I couldn't believe that they were doing like part 1, part 2 of Breaking Dawn. Like, what's the point? It's my little rant here. So I have Order of the Phoenix, which is the 5th movie. This is definitely one of the darker movies. main characters start to die here. So you can see this is these 5 or 6 characters, I can't see how many, are what is called the Order of the Phoenix. Basically Dumbledore's army. And a movie collection is never complete without a classic VHS. I have so many VHSs that I decided to choose one. This is Scooby-Doo. Foul Play in Funland. So, if you look, this little guy right here, he's terrorizing Funland, and the gang has to figure out who, what, where, when, and how, even though they obviously have the where and when. These are so chunky. I forgot. We still have a very working DVD player in my house. I don't want to make too much noise with it. I'm afraid I'll rip a component out. But I will play in Funland. And that was my collection of movies, DVDs, VHSs, and various other products. Hope you enjoyed. My heart to yours. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And if you fell asleep, sleep well.